It's there. All right, there we go. Three, two, and one. Well, Mayor Zacher, welcome back to Mayor's Monday at WSAU, WSAU.com. I understand, believe it or not, the mayor actually gets vacation time.
Well, it's up to the mayor, in the end, you're elected, so you got to squeeze out some time. And we were able to fit in graduation down in Florida, so it kind of works out
Mhm.
nice to head down that way. So, and I don't want to
Exactly.
miss it. My kids are at the age where they're not going to be around too much longer. So if I can join them, I'm going to join them. It's difficult though, just so many things going on.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Because obviously, the big thing the big thing that has been going on in Wisconsin Rapids the last couple of months, a data center, possible data center. You're still going through those discussions. Just give us a quick update here at this point, because obviously you haven't really scheduled any more community discussions, any meetings on this.
Mhm.
Where are we right now in this process, and where are those discussions with the potential developers going at this time?
Yeah, right now, there's still a conversation happening, but it's pretty slow. They agreed to two things. We did hire part of our ordinance in a development project is that if we hire outside counsel, then the developer agrees to pay for that. So they did agree to pay for that. So we did bring in outside counsel. Um, Von Briesen is the company, and they've been a part of all the data centers in Wisconsin. So we have a knowledgeable person that's kind of helping guide us. Also gives us a buffer because things are getting a little bit too close to like personal in terms of calling me names and corrupt and all that stuff. It's better for me and us to kind of have that buffer in between us so that everything's on the up and up, which it always has been. No NDAs, non-disclosure agreements have ever been signed with data centers, although they are industry standard and they are out there and we use them when we need to protect a company from, self-harm, I guess. And in the end, that's what it would be. So, anyways, we have that in place, and they also agreed to setting up a community benefits agreement. They're curious to know what that is, but the difficult we have right now is until they actually come to the table and say we are going to purchase this land and build this data center, we don't really have the details enough to say to a community because there's nothing in place right now. There's no offers to purchase. There's no, plans to get on the planning commission and go to the council. So it's hard to go to the community and say, this is what we want to talk about because we don't have something specific to talk about at this time. So I'm having a lot of conversations like smaller groups and one-on-ones with people that have questions about like the site and what the city has to offer, not the city, but the site, because it is a private parcel, piece of property being sold to another private entity eventually, somewhere along the way. So it's definitely, it just plays into that arena of, when you don't have the answers for people, you don't necessarily know how to answer them, and then people are just going to
Mhm.
get more frustrated with it. So we're doing as good as we can to make sure that we're hearing people, talking to people. We have awesome people in this community. I know that some of them are scared because there's this fear out there that the entire community is going to be destroyed and that the river is going to be destroyed completely. And they're valid fears. And we got to address them and try to, bring some information to the table that's fact-based based on what the site is and what we're able to do with this company versus what's just on the internet and social media.
So, if fair to say at this point, the conversations are really just in a holding pattern and everything remains hypothetical or a maybe, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah, and the hard part is, there's other companies that are out there waiting to be able to look at the site and stuff like that. So it's always a work in progress. The main reason this happened is because they put in 120-day due diligence to an offer to purchase, and that's kind of how this started things in motion. Up until then, nobody had put well, there was another company that had put down some money, but things changed, so they had to pull
Mhm.
out. So, it's constantly we're doing our job. We're bringing people to this area, to the community, welcoming them, and letting them know who we are, what we have to offer. And this was just one of those companies.
So, any mileposts coming up here that people should be looking out for? I mean, is there a potential meeting going to be scheduled at some time in the near future, or are we still just waiting?
It seems like more and more, the longer we wait now, let's say they don't come to the table and they back out and they just go away. People are still, concerned because again, this is I mean, I'm not trying to make people angry when I say this, but this is a social media thing. When people come and talk to me and talk about what's going on and we talk, they walk away with information and understanding about, what's what. I don't know where all the information on the Facebook and social media comes from. But in the end, that's not going away, right? That just kind of builds and so it kind of just kind of stays in this chamber and keeps going round and round. So we have to have a community meeting, and we're going to do that. I don't have a time for it yet, but we have to figure out exactly how we're going to present that, because when it's happened in other communities and you don't actually have a project that you're working on, it tends to go sideways fast because there's no direction to it. You're just talking about hypotheticals, and that gets really tricky.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to seeing where this is going to go and what might be on the table at some point in the next couple of months. But in the more immediate future, Rapids Riverside Freedom Fest is on. We do know when that's going to be. That'll be
Yeah.
4th of July weekend. What has been added to the agenda for this downtown event to celebrate the 250th?
Yeah, we're super excited about this whole event, all the people that have donated. We did reach out to the community and businesses for donations to help us stay at a level for fireworks and be able to do a few other things in the community. There'll be a kids zone. There'll be a band, two bands playing throughout the day. We'll have an extended speaker system so we can try to get the music and the national anthem to further reaches around the river, kind of like the circle that encompasses both sides of the river. Always a great time. Lots of vendors. Going to have some crafts people there. The farmers market will be there during the first part of the day. So really excited about it. I think there's going to be a dunk tank. I know I'm going to be in that for a little while, so I'm really excited about that. I think the sheriff will be in there for a little bit. So really just a way of getting people to take pride in the community, but also the 4th of July 250th anniversary. Sounds like we will be having a flyover. I think it's going to be heading up the river, so we're excited about that. We had a member, Sean Ryan, from the community that did a lot of work putting that together. So thank you to Sean for that. So yeah, really excited.
And is this going to be something that will kind of become an annual tradition then for the city? Or is this just a kind of a one-time spectacular because of the special anniversary we are at right now?
No, I've uh, been married to Jenny for 23 years, going on 23 years. Like we've always come up to this one, but I mean, every community I've been in, there's always a festival on the 4th of July. So we formally had the community get together and name it, and it came out Rapids Riverside Freedom Fest. So that is the name, the name that we want to try to carry on, whatever shape that takes over the years, so that this is actually a festival. It's not just something that's kind of just halfway thrown together. Like the city did a good job. We close off the roads and let people have, drinks out in this safe zone area. Fireworks are downtown. You got the river there. It's just a beautiful place to have all this festivity. So we're just formalizing a little bit and then getting more people interested in the music and the kids zone and the food and the drinks, so that it just becomes more of a come down and spend the entire day down here, hang out with your neighbors instead of throwing a blanket down and going home until the fireworks at night, and then you just don't have the same festive. So hopefully it continues on. It will be while I'm mayor, and hopefully it'll continue on after that as we have more and more people involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always why Fourth of July was one of my favorite
Oh
holidays,
yeah,
because you
it's
can
awesome.
always find something like that in your local community to kind of take in, find a reason to be out of the house for most of the day, and of course end the day with a fireworks show. Just
Yeah,
nothing better than that.
it's a lot of fun. Nice and
It really
warm.
is.
Hopefully it doesn't
Uh,
rain.
yeah,
Fingers
no
crossed.
doubt about it. Last thing before we let you go, aquatic center, all of that is up and running for the year too, I assume. Correct?
The aquatic center is doing great. They opened it up. Things are moving along great there. The zoo's open. We have, the groundhogs are always a fun exhibit, and they got the new river otters in there now, Petey and Copper. So they're a blast.
Mhm.
So everybody should go down and see them and spend some time at the zoo. They do a great job. It's beautiful. The animals are a lot of fun. So a lot of great
Mhm.
things happening in Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anything else you'd like us to know then before we let you go?
No, I appreciate your time as always, Michael. Thank you.
Mhm. Absolutely. We'll look forward to chatting again next month.
Have a good one.
All right, there we go. Stop there.